compression. I can see that I'm having a little bit of processing power on this old computer. This old laptop that only has 8 gigabytes of RAM does not like the running audio. Glitchiness on my becoming a problem. I'm doing a bit of a test here, but I'm also checking the compression that I have set up. I wanted to be able to use these sounds while I'm at work, so I have my my old laptop here at home that I usually use at the shop for doing sound, and I'm also connected via Wi-Fi at home, so it would be kind of cool if I could set this up to be just 2.4 gigahertz. I think that would help, but I'm still having some audio glitch going on. I don't have really a latency issue right now, but I can hear the guitar getting that's terrible. Not quite sure why I'm having that problem, aside from being an old computer. I think I'm at a point where, number one, I think Google's bloat, and this is like a 10 or 11-year-old computer that I've been using for a long time, but they have consistently amped up the amount of processing power it takes to run Google, which I have to use to do live streaming. I think I could probably close this window. I'm going to look at my task manager just to see how much. It should open up. Let's go over my task manager, and I'm probably, yeah, it's having a hell of a time with this. I'll play a little bit here, but I want to see where. So I'm using 94%, 100% CPU, anti-malware service. Yeah, Google Chrome is using 1/5 of a gigabyte of memory. My RAM, I have 8 gigs of RAM. Let's see, where's Reaper? This is 18%, 12, 20%. Boy, I've got to figure out how to turn some of this stuff off. I would love to remove Microsoft Edge from my computer completely. So Google Chrome is using a big part, and OBS Studio is using a big part of my RAM. Disk network 1%. So I'm up at 94% of my memory and 84% of my CPU, which is why I'm glitching out here, which is really pretty sad. I wonder if I can run. I should be able to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and let's minimize the task manager here. And welcome if you're tuned in. I'm gonna try doing something here that I haven't tried before, and I don't know if I can do this. No, I'm not. There's no way I can. Wow, this computer just can't handle all of the wonderful upgrades that they've done to Google to make it be a big bloat factory, big fat pig, like we've like done to our food supply, which is just fill it with sugar. Ultimately, they've done that with Google. If it was like it was a couple years ago, man, what a bummer. Because they're creating an environment where our old machines are obsolete, I think. I'm not well versed enough to know how to necessarily shut everything off, because Windows is running like 18,000 things in the background that I think are completely unimportant. All it is so that they can keep track of my data and send me advertisements and stuff, which I pay to not see. Boy, what a tragedy. On my guitar, that's just ridiculous. I can't do this. Okay. Oh well. Let me. Yeah, and things keep popping up on my. I'm gonna shut this down. That might help a little bit. What else do I have running here? I got the Task Manager running. So I'm running Reaper, OBS, and Google Chrome. And I'm hardly doing anything on any of those. And I right click on my Task Manager. And we're going to close the Task Manager. So now I'm just running Reaper and OBS. Still using a lot of RAM. And I'm using Archetype Plini, and I'm not using too much in it. I wonder, let's see, oh, and I've got Google. I have to run Google. I like using Google Chrome, but I am really fed up with their bloat. Let's see if I can maybe replace, I wonder if Archetype Plini X is just using way too much memory. So I'm going to remove Plini, and now I'll just have a straight up guitar going in, and now I'll add what do I have here? Let's try Gojira. See what this does to my RAM. And it's not a buffer problem, or it shouldn't be a buffer problem. I should be able to do this with my buffer set down around 128. Yeah, it's taken forever for it to open. Let's turn the doubler on. So Plini might be the key to this. Turn some delay on. Now this seems to be working a little bit better. To do is let's see, I want to switch my buffer to 128 to minimize my latency, which I have to run it at that. Ooh, it don't like that at all. Nope, can't do it. It's using so much of the RAM up in this computer that I'm not able to do this on a live stream. I used to be able to do this very easily until they bloated up. Okay, I'm getting solid guitar, and right now what I'm doing I'm kind of testing this to see how this works from home, so that I can. Hi, hey Joe, dude. Thanks for being here. I'm using my old laptop that I use at my shop, and when I do my live streams there, and I've kind of. I know that when I'm testing a guitar at my shop, obviously this is my own guitar, I run into a situation where I'm only able to, when I play guitar, to have the microphone on this little camera allow anybody watching to hear my guitar amp coming out of the speaker in my guitar amp, which that sounds terrible. And I know that. I've known that for a long time. So what I'm trying to do is use my Focusrite 4i4 with the driver for it. I'm using OBS, and I have to use Reaper because I can't use any of my NeuralDSP amp sims in standalone mode and get them into OBS. The Nut House, what's happening? Hey Peanut, dude, I got there late last night, and forgive me. I think you performed last night, and I didn't really see it. But I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you again. So I'm trying to get this old laptop. I'll show you this old thing. It's one of these Lenovo IdeaPad 330. It's about 10 years old, I think. I've had it for probably 10 years, and I've taken really good care of it. It's got a nice big old 17-inch screen, so it's a pretty decent laptop. The problem with it is, and I didn't realize this when I bought it. Well, I did realize it. I bought it with 8 gigabytes of RAM, and 10 years ago that was plenty of RAM to be able to do what I did on this thing. I've recorded records on this laptop. In fact, a lot of my early recordings, if you go back, I've got like 40 or 50 songs recorded on my YouTube channel, and did them all on this thing. I did have external monitors. My desk is a little bit of a mess right now, but I may show that to you. Indiana Jones swings in on him. It's like, yes. So I'm kind of seeing that I need to step up and buy a new laptop, and I know that might go against the grain. And I'm not sure if anyone here might be far more knowledgeable. I've got friends that are far more knowledgeable, but they generally use Windows 10. And the one person I'm especially thinking of, which it functions quite differently than Windows 11, at least from what I've known. And I know you can probably hear the car traffic. I'm just using this little camera mic because I'm setting this up exactly like I would do a live stream at work, but I'm trying to get my guitar sound to be this. Instead of the old amp that I have at work coming through the microphone on my phone, on my camera here. And I've got a 1080p camera. It's pretty decent. It's a Logitech, and I've been using them for a long time. But a camera mic picking up a guitar amp does not give you a good guitar tone as a listener or a watcher. So I think it's too damn early. TheUbie. You might be somebody who could help me, man. I need to, I think that this computer will do it, but again, it's only got 8 gigs of RAM, and it's not expandable. I cannot put more RAM in this, at least not to my knowledge. I'm pretty computer savvy. I can navigate on them really well, and I can get around on them really, really well, and I use them to their fullest potential, but this thing is just not, I don't think it's powerful enough to do even what I'm doing. RAM's usually not the issue on a digital chain. It's CPU. Yeah, that's your killer. Yeah, and this one, let me look at, I can't remember how to find this. I'll tell you what the CPU, I think this is an i3 maybe? No, I can't put any more RAM, and I think you're right. I believe you on that, TheUbie, and man, I appreciate your input, dude. I really do. And which, by the way, when I get my other massive high-power PC running, we'll have to play some guitar together. Searching for tone, what's happening? Oh, seeing you on TheUbie. How we doing, man? It's good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. I'm just kind of doing a test. I'm not going to really play a whole lot. You have to run super lean on that machine then. Yeah, and I'm trying to do that. Digital. Yeah, this has a Bluetooth guitar connection. They're really reliable. I'm joking. I'm totally joking. No, it has Bluetooth connection from the keyboard to the monitor. The one only two. Yeah. So I'm not necessarily totally convinced that I need to buy a new laptop. But again, this thing only has 8 gigs of RAM, and let me look at the processor. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm trying to, right now, while I'm streaming, when I go to look at my, yeah, I don't run the Apple Cab, maybe on 1 or 2 additional plugins. Yeah. Okay, let me go to, where is it? Let me see, I need to go to System, boy, and while I'm doing this, I've got OBS, Google, and my NeuralDSP plugin running in Reaper, and this thing is just absolutely being choked to death. And I'll also add to that, I mean, I can't even open my task manager or anything. I'm running part of my rig on my laptop, but I can only run my amp cab and maybe 1 or 2 additional plugins. I got you. Yeah, I use Windows. Yeah. Hey Joe, you be a fluffy. Oh, that's cool. Lighten the load a bit by ditching Reaper and going to the Cantabile Lite. I'm not sure what that is. And the thing is, Reaper uses very, very small amount of the processing power on this. It has such a small footprint. The problem I have is that I can't get my NeuralDSP plugins, and I have a Tone Master Pro that I could just plug straight into this and then use no processing for having decent guitar tone. However, I'm not taking my Tone Master Pro down to my shop at work. I'm setting this up as if I was sitting at my bench at work fixing guitars. Cantabile Lite is a VST container. It runs plugins like a DAW without the recording and mixing. Okay. And I can see that. Man, because I can't... So here's what I can do. Let's do this. I'm gonna close Reaper. So you guys will lose my guitar. I'm gonna go ahead and just close this, and it'll say save. I'm gonna save it just because I got a decent guitar tone here. It doesn't matter. I'll save this project. I'll just call it YouTube test. There we go. Okay, so I've just closed Reaper. So now, let's see, I won't have any guitar going into OBS right now. So Reaper is now closed. And my computer, all I've got is the guitar going, it's not even in here. So, what I want to try and do is run a standalone. If I remove audio input, I don't need that running. Yeah, I don't need that. Reaper has some really great plugins to run ways to route digitally the signal from Reaper to OBS where you don't have to use any cables or patch bays or anything like that. Now, let me see if I add a source. I want to add an audio input capture, and I want to call it guitar. I'm just trying something here, and let's see, device. I should be able to go analog 1 and 2, Focusrite, USB audio. Okay, and now I should have my guitar, which is mono. It's only on the left side, so now, which is fine. Now I'm going to add a filter, and I'm going to add the VST2 plugin. I'm just trying this. Please select the plugin, and I'm going to check Archetype Gojira. So I'm running Gojira inside of OBS now. Okay, I selected there. Ooh, it's not liking that. Archetype Gojira X. Okay, there it is. Open plugin interface. Oh boy. Now the problem I think I'm going to have with this is latency, which I have not figured out how to do. But I should have Gojira. But I can't monitor it. I can't hear it. Because I have to monitor OBS, which I never ever do. So I might be running this a lot differently than other guys do. Come on, minimize. Boy, it does not like this. I have no idea what that audio sounded like, but okay. Let me kind of lie. TheUbie knows for sure. I'm not. Some people tell me to lose my guitar. Oh no, man! Keep playing that thing. You can run a plugin directly in OBS. Yeah, that does work. I don't know how OBS is for latency. I'm doing it right now. So now what I have to do is monitor OBS. So, and dude, I appreciate you being. I'm just trying it because I've done it before here at home, and running Gojira or any of the other nice plugins that sound great in OBS. It's like you hit a chord and then a quarter of a second later, the latency is it's terrible. You can't play. So if I go to I need to go to Advanced Audio Properties, and I'm going to go to my guitar, and I want to turn monitor and output. So I should be able to hear this now. Oh yeah. There's latency, and if I make this, maybe if I make this mono, will that do it? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it will not work. That's the other reason to use something like Cantabile. It's geared for as close to real-time latency. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Let me see if I so I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna delete this. No. Oh, I want to delete the that input. I know that that won't work. Yes. Okay, so ultimately for me with this laptop, the best thing is to have an external, like my Tone Master Pro plugged into it, which I know would work, and I don't use any processing power for the computer to get guitar tone. The moment I try to use guitar tone inside my laptop, it can't do it. It's free download, and give it a shot. Okay, rig, and this is the best. So it's called Cantabile. Let me see if I can find that real quick. I mean, I know if I can open a new Google window. Cantabile Lite. That's what you called it, Cantabile Lite. Free VST host. Okay. And maybe I might want to purchase this. I'm not sure. And let me see if I in OBS. Let me add. Let me see if I do this and add scene 2. Okay. Okay, so now you can hear my voice. Forgive me for that. And now I just want to add my my desktop to this display capture. There we go. I'm just going to do maybe a window capture. I'll do display capture so that if anything, display. Okay, and we'll hit OK. Okay, maybe. Boy, it doesn't even like me doing that. Boy, that just killed this thing. It might have froze. I may have totally messed up. Yeah, time for a new laptop. I can see it. And, you know, for me, that is probably the best choice. Which, at this point, I don't know if you can hear me. Literally trying to add one scene in OBS has literally killed my computer. I can't close a window. It's just bloat from Google. Thank you very much. You have made my computer an absolute piece of shit now. You guys are great at that, forcing people to have to buy new shit. My computer is utterly frozen now. Completely fucking frozen. So I'm going to sit here and wait for a moment. Here, yeah, it's completely, utterly locked up. Done. I can't do anything. I'm going to have to hard restart my computer to get it. It's dropping frames. I've got it set to a very low frames per second. Capture cursor. It just will not. It is locked. God, I hate this. This stuff used to work fantastically on this, and they've bloated up Google so fat. Well, I'm going to go to Task Manager. Maybe I can do this. Yeah, Google is using so much fucking Windows Manager. Let me end that. I don't know if I can do this. No, cancel. All right. Maybe I can get back to my stream now. Okay. Well, I was gonna do this, but I'm not gonna do that. That's way too tasking. Arrgh. They have fattened up Google so terribly. So bad. This is brutal. Okay. Control Alt Delete. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna even try that, you guys. Yeah, it's so tragic what they've done. They stop supporting. You buy a product from someplace like Windows or even Macintosh, and then they bloat it and they fill it up with all their stuff that they can. We all know what they do, and it's all built-in failure, so that you have to buy another one. And it's a conglomeration. It's what corporations do. Walmart and Windows and Apple and Nike and Fender and Gibson and all this stuff. They build this stuff again with total built-in failure, and it just they destroy something that was good, and then they force you to have to buy something new. I'll give you more MIDI control. Okay. Well, actually, I am using some MIDI stuff, and I don't know if you can hear me right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Let me close this other window. I had playing built-in failure. Yeah, God, yeah, it's really a bummer. This computer has been really great, and I still will use it, but I think I could probably buy a computer for about $300 that will just smoke this one. And I'm just using a tiny little amount of software to do my live streams. I'm going to refresh this page and see. And also, usually at work, I'm hard